Hey everybody, I'm Fox.
And I'm Adam.
And this is the Snow Globe Show, the show that puts you in the center of the action.
That means you get to experience this show in 360 degrees. So for the course of this presentation, feel free to use your finger to scroll across the screen or use your mouse to click around and navigate our surroundings.
Today's Snow Globe Show is about convection.
Convection is the tendency for warmer and therefore less dense material to rise and colder, more dense material to sink. Now, this doesn't just happen within particles themselves, but also the molecules that make up everything around us. Now, we can observe convection in the magma underneath the Earth's crust, boiling water on the stove, or for today's presentation, the water cycle.
Well, we call it the water cycle, but we actually have to start with air. Now, energy from the sun heats up the ground here on Earth, which in turn heats up the air above it. Since we're inside the building, we're going to have to use this stove as a source of heat.
Now, we can't see the air above this stove, so we're going to use this Mylar balloon to capture what's happening inside. So, as we place the opening above this heat source, we're allowing those molecules of air inside to warm up, get more energy, and start to spread out. As they spread out, the balloon gets bigger, and as this happens, the balloon becomes less dense. And when something becomes less dense than its surroundings, it tends to make it float. Now, our balloon probably won't stay up this whole time because as it gets higher up there, it starts to get colder. And those molecules inside are going to start to get closer, more dense, and well, eventually the balloon will probably sink to the ground.
But if this happened outside, the sinking air would eventually fall back down to the warm ground, which would then heat it up, cause it to rise back up, where it would cool down again, sink back down to the ground, heat up, rise up again. Well, this is convection. Now, convection can help things stay in the air. So let's add water back into the water cycle.
This beach ball here represents one droplet of water. And the air that we're going to use coming from this leaf blower is going to represent that upward rising warm air in convection. When these two meet, it should allow that water droplet to stay floating in the air.
Now, I've never seen a single droplet of water floating, but I have seen a whole cluster of them. As these water droplets begin to cool down, they condense or come closer to create a cloud. We wanted to end the show with one, but since we're inside, we're going to have to cheat a little bit. Now, Adam has some really hot water. If he adds that hot water, we can see a little bit of steam rising up there. Now, that steam is convection, that heat, helping the water droplets rise.
Now, Fox is grabbing some liquid nitrogen, which is really cold. Combining these two allows that cold temperature to cool down and condense those warm water vapor molecules, allowing them to become denser and more visible. We hope you enjoyed this presentation, and we look forward to seeing you next time.